Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. Now let's see the previous project. So previous project means not the previous project, previous animation. If you try to see here, this is the animation we have did it, right? If I refresh this page, after some time this one will be navigated default to the clicker thing. So this one is working fine. Let's try to add the concept which we have learned it. For example, let's say that instead of having like this, I will use the on click is equal to on click sample. I will use like this, on click sample. So this is the method I'm using, and here if you go into this one and let's try to write on click sample, instead of writing this one in ng on it, I will take here and I will take this one as the plus this is the thing which I will try to change it, or otherwise we can have this dot click info is equal to default. Okay, default, and afterwards I will change it to like this. Now this is the code which I have written it. Now if you try to see the output here, the same output, if I refresh this page, if I click here, it will change into default. So let's refresh this page. Yeah, now why it's not working? So on click sample I have written it, and here also on click sample I have written it. So let's see that whether it is running or not. Yeah, it's running perfectly fine. And if we click on this one, we are running on click sample, everything is looking fine. Click info we have changed it, so it should be default, and after 3 seconds, okay, so we have written it like this, right? So now if I click on this one, so after 3000 seconds or something like that, it will be moved like this. And if I click here, so the default is coming like this, and it will move again to the original one. Now in order to have this one, what we can do is, so here default to click we have did it, and if we want to go to the click to default, then what I need to do, here I can write a transition of click to default. I can write 300 milliseconds. If you want, you can also write something like in number 300. So that is nothing but 300 milliseconds. If you want to write it in single quote, means you need to mention the units for that one, whether it can be seconds or milliseconds, like that. Now if you see the output for this one, same thing. If I click here, so it is already in the default state, it will go back to the like this, and if I click here, see the animation is going on. So this is how we will be doing the multiple animations. Now if you see here, now the next one what I want to do is, I will try to write in another state here, state of mouse down. So this time I am writing a mouse down. So for this one we will be having a style of, I will take something like, let's keep comma, okay, and I will keep the style here. What I can say is background color red, and I will add a border of 1 pixel black, and I will add a width of width of 100 pixel and also height of 100 pixel, anything. So this is the mouse down. Mouse down means now you clicked on the mouse button, and you haven't pressed it. So you just pressed it, you haven't released it. So now, so this is the mouse down state. And here in our animation.html, here I will try to write this mouse down thing. So mouse down, in the mouse down, I will write that click info should be changed to mouse down. This is the concept which I want to write it. That's it. Now if you go to the animation component, so this is the mouse down. Let's see what could happen. Now if you try to see here, so this is the refreshment I am doing, and if I click and I will not release it, so immediately it is turning into red color, and if I release it, automatically this was converting into here like this, and after some time it will move into like this. Okay, so this is what is happening. Now if I click here, immediately it will turn into red color, and if I release it, so it is going it like this. So now if you automatically it will go to the clicker thing. So now what I want to do is, so in order to implement this one, so here we need to mention the transition for this one also. Transition from mouse down to click, animate this one to 300 milliseconds. Now here let's try to, from mouse down to click, animate to 300 milliseconds. Let's see what could happen. So now if I click here, and if I do like this, it will move back to the original condition. Now if I click here, so like this it is happening. Mouse down to click, it is happening. Now you want to get it to click to mouse down. So if you want, you can write it something like click to mouse down, Okay, we are writing like this. Now let's see. So now I will click here. So this default to mouse down, it is changing. If I try to change it, it will go. Now this is in the clicked state. I will click here. See, now it has animation has been done. So that means click to mouse down, it is going. So that means click to mouse down. Mouse down to click also we have did it. These two animations looking like one and the same, right? Instead of this one, so we can write it something like a bidirectional. If mouse down to click is happening or click to mouse down is happening, so you can keep a something like a bidirectional like this and you can do it. So this also works in the same way. Now if you try to see the output, and here I will try to release it, so it will go back to the what I can say, this one, and if I click here, see, then also it is working. So that means what we need to do is from default to clicked also we need to add it. I will use from default to clicked, that too also vice versa I am using. Okay, I am using the vice versa. If you see the output now, I will refresh this page. Now here it is happening. So this one default to clicked. Okay, default to mouse down. Okay, I used the default to mouse down. We need to use default to mouse down. I need to use. Yeah. Now let's see the output. What will happen? So if I refresh this page, I will click. See, animation has been happened. If I release this one, animation again has been happened, and it will go again with the animation. And if I click here, again the animation happens. If I release it, again animation. So all the things animation has been happened, but we have used this bidirectional thing, mouse down to click and default to mouse down. So like this we have used it. So this is how we will be using the multiple states if you want to use it, or multiple transitions if you want to make it. We will be using it like this. And the another one what I want to tell you is before proceeding. So here if you try to observe our code, this one is completed, right? So these triggers and all those things are independent in nature. For example, let's say that I am having another paragraph. This is some text. I am having some other paragraph, and here we will be having a click button. So I am using the click button here. So click button on para click or something like this. I will be using on paragraph click. So this is the method I am using, and here we will be using again the same trigger functionality. At the rate clicked state I will use it. So here I will be using something like so paragraph status state. Okay, so the clicked state I will be using. So these are the two variables and methods I have used it. So here I will use paragraph state is equal to, I will use the same thing default. Okay, and what I will do is, so here on paragraph click I will use the same thing. So this should be like this, or otherwise we can use something like a mouse down. Now this is the thing. So now default to mouse down to default, already it is there for as the animation. So now these both behave in an independent manner. If you try to see here, these both behave in independent manner. Let's try to add some class is equal to my-3 so that we can have some space between those two. So these are the two things, right? If I click on this one, which one I have clicked it? If I click on this one, what is this one is changing? Why this one is changing? On paragraph click I have changed it. At the rate click state is equal to paragraph state. And let's try to use the same thing. Oh, we are using the click info. We need to use the paragraph state. Sorry, this is my wrong. So now each one will be an independent thing. Now if you try to click on this one, so automatically this one will change. So here see, it has been changed. Now here this one also will change. So this is the mouse down we are having it, right? So now like this. So if I click here, this one will change, and if I click here, this one will change. So like this we can have an independent in nature. Okay, these are all independent in nature. So like this we can use the multiple triggers, and we can apply in the multiple elements, the triggers thing, and multiple states, and we can have multiple transitions like this. This is somewhat complex thing which I want to explain you. Maybe the example would not be nice, but I hope that you have understood about this bidirectional thing and transitions thing and all those things. And what I will do is I will commit this all the code in a separate branch, video-27. Whoever may be having a doubts and all those things, so they can refer to my code. So here multiple transitions, right? So we have learned about the multiple transitions. I will commit this all the code, publish this branch. Whoever may be having a doubts and all those things, so you can already know about my GitHub repository URL, The repo URL will be provided in the description below. Anybody who is having doubts and all those things, they can go to that particular video branch. Whatever the video you are observing, you can go to that particular branch and you can refer the code which I have explained to you. So that's it guys about these multiple transitions. Hope you understood about this one. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.